Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you... find. I have naught but gratitude.
Naught's like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
I was sure fortunate we are that you should find us. Oh, could use a rest.
'Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place arisen, or thereabouts.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Over here, if you would.
Ah, I'll take that. 'Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
'Tis too great a task to be tackled alone. But I've no doubt we can see it done if we combine our strength. Might I be of assistance?
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice. I enjoy tackling fierce foes. And farewell, Arisen. I only wish that I could stay. Let us work together to honor the... Have you... You forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. There's a campsite nearby, if memory serves. I camped there myself in another world. Shall I lead the way?
Forgive me for being a burden, Arisen.
or hereabouts?
No harm in picking a few. What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb. 'Tis too great a task to be tackled alone, but I've no doubt we can see it done if we combine our strength. Might I be of assistance?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Excellent! I could have done no better.
Process. The battle continues.
Splendid.
Me as your foothold, greater heights.
Tis a fair reward. We can... cannot complain.
You cannot expect human treatment.
Focus. A moment of indecision is... Allow me.
Well aware of your activities.
These things have been summer. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Ensure next time.
It seems we have arranged our fight.
Why do you not use their arranged power advantage?
Well aware of your activities. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
I never thought I'd see the day when I'd be in your debt.
Never you fret. We all have our moments.
Really now, what are you doing?
You ought not to be so careless. Now then, which way?
Let us examine each path carefully before we decide.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you where I find
withstood that attack, we would be invincible.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
You there! You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong? There's no business to be had here. That's...
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such...
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here. That's for... You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about... There's no business to be had here. That's for sure.
I fear I've not...
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here. That's for sure.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
'Tis not for us to gain the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Here to ask Autumn.
The villagers' stares are as sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
So you say, but you wagered against our visitor, did you not?
Oh, you wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. Naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, but don't worry yourself. I'm actually can't offer you any help, though. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to. I have a hefty wager riding on you, cuz.
All that obscure advice, only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least no one by that name lives here, sir. Arthur. At least no one by that name lives here. As you like.
Fine place.
This is it. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. 'Tis a blessing to find myself so busy as this. Do stop by again. Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this.
Hail! How'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him.
Greetings. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in. If you have any questions, ask away. I should. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, for 'tis here that thieves are instructed in this to begin with. Those who wander into the village, of course, you are no exception. Which is to say, you have my. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I... Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont. In response, she's... Oops. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the... Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves... Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you... I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard... Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious? Naturally, I'm not. You're the second arisen to come. In response, she's... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in information... Is there aught else you care to ask? I take... You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my... Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule...
This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Can't say I've any tidings.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Don't bring trouble.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you... I've lived in this... Is there aught else you care to ask? I take care then.
No doubt you're dazzled.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you. No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day. One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
I quite agree.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard some. As you like, sir.
I'll have to remember this place.
Got something for me?
Here to ask, or of... This letter is as suspicious as they come. We must find someone who can explain its true meaning.
Aught you need of me?
No seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where...
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Beg pardon? A letter. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter, naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, I've lived in this village. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care.
Can't say I've any time.
I'll sleep soundly tonight.
Whatever 'tis, I'll thank...
As you say, I shall remain here till you give the word.
Well met, sir.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Too much excitement already.
Fancy a look at my wares?
If you're curious.
Fancy a look at my wares? The safer the roads, the heavier my pot. Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
What brings you here? What brings you?
Best go up. There's no business to be had here. That's...
Fancy a look at my wares?
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
This is it. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again.
Well met, sir.
As a matter of fact, I vow never to leave your side again, Master. Once was more than enough.
Ah, yes. Well do I know the pain of unbidden remembrance.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Let me get that.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any question figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say, but I suppose I can tell you. His real name is Dara. But he's been we had no choice, see? After he went off to play we're men and women of shadow. That's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief, mate. But he failed. Took a massive injury, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose. And what a scheme that turned out to be. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, but we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury. Me thinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he... That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Anyway, most visitors, we send them packing with a trifle. And if they don't, we only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so... That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it.
This won't do.
You're the one that...
I'll not take that from you.
What brings you here?
I'm in no mood for a chin. Seems my days are naught but toil.
You're here.
I wasn't worried for a moment. Wherever you go, we pawns will always find you, Arisen.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This is the... Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
It's been a hard day. A muggervanian's just behind me.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Always sets me to think.
Fancy a look at my wares?
We could do with it.
This is the... Of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Shall we get some rest then?
Where was I headed?
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. arisen. I will be with you in but a moment.
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
Go on, run! I ain't coming to see how brave ye are, God bless you. Don't go soiling yourself.
Come on then!
Come on! Don't drag this out!
Feast your eyes on this!
We are none of us alike in vocation.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
To you, Arisen.
A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Grant will know how to truly Shall we report
Over hastily might be our greatest foe.
Pray, follow me. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
It is rather high. It might be beyond our reach. 'Tis too great a task to be tackled alone. But I've no doubt we can see it done if we combine our strength. Might I be of assistance? Over here, if you please. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Want to pit us against our fellows, but that's not by cutting them down easier from there.
Prison is beloved.
Useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this trying to spur us into next.
I did my best to match your skill, Master. Come, I'll lead the way. Are you all right?
Well aimed strike. Where it hurts.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
'Twould allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall from my last sojourn beyond
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Let us not get ahead of us. The battle continues.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.
Sleep magic.
What unawares? Never be so careless.
I am ashamed.
A flawless execution.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
I'm not altogether happy with this.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Seeing the captain always makes me nervous.
Another day.
I can feel it.
Pray, follow me. The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp and set out again later.
Let us proceed to the next location. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
Greeting. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught amiss, assist you with, simply say the word.
Always a pleasure.
Wonder what's going on in the things of late. Might go and see. Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This really is fine craftsmanship.
Hoi, friend, fair warning. From the tell of it, there, pray do be careful. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold. Can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Welcome to Bjorn's armor, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the prop, hope to see you again.
Might as well take a look. Might as well take a look. While you're here, eh? Many thanks.
Where was I bound again?
Now, where was I headed?
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. My thanks, sir. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margaret, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. Splendid. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. And I would advise each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to put enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets... Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Let us see this delivered swiftly and intact.
At least my back's
I must
acting up today.
Not good will come of this.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I swear I've not.
What ought I to do?
In the last hour.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
See myself having a kip. Whereabouts? I'm in fine fettle today.
Off we trot.
My back's so stiff.
Suppose I ought to check the wheels before we depart.
I could see myself having a kip. Hereabouts?
We're still in the...
I mustn't let this get out of hand.
Go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. Share my desolation and my hunt.
This village is my home. I don't expect you to abandon me. Lend me your aid.
Justice shall guide our blades and arrows. I have enough.
Product of heedlessness. Do not give up hope. Hope will come.
Show yourself. 'Twas a lesson. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to...
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget. We're...
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my own, a patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the... That wasn't the dragon, but 'tis a style all my... a patchwork of techniques.
Time to be heading. So, we've naught to dis...
I've a selection of wares. Please, pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
I fear I've...
Oi! Bring me a... Oh. What I can do for you?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned. Is that you, Norbert?
Oh, fie.
Wait, listen. Would you, brave fool, said he would... I'd go and search for him. I'm not afraid of monsters. So I thought, mayhap you go... Please, sir. I worry. Many thanks. Go into the forest. Ah, this won't work, will it? I can see the route in my mind, but my brother and I are the only one. I suppose there's only... I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monster... I'll need you to watch over me. Keep me safe. Right. In we go, then.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Mind? You a traveller? Well, I'll not pry, but I can. And... Bill, you've a strong arm.
Oh, here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But the safer the roads, the heavier my pocket. Always a pleasure. Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
Oh, no, I'm an apothecary in training, you see. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come about... Well, as luck will be ashamed to return empty-handed after coming all this way. What? You'd suppose there's no... Seems my luck's not as...
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick...
Ah, well met. Here. For some fruit, Roberant, are we? Do come again.
We ought to bring this to the one expecting it.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? I haven't much to offer in return.
If you want my advice...
I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
one wakestone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Come along.
It's a blessing to find myself so busy as this.
Can't say I've any time.
Come now, stop and watch a moment.
Sometime he was tall, I tell you. They're said to be an elven village.
Not to get the floors marked too close to...
Seems naught ever goes wrong.
Good day to you.
Wonder if there's any...
For one day.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
Do come again.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
At least my back's not acting up today.
It's been a hard day.
Hmm?
I pity those content to live in idleness.
We're...
your day. Mayhap 'tis time I laid down my...
Seems naught ever goes right. My bed.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but... Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margit, you say? Tis a fair... She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
We'd best report back.
It's this way.
Seems naught ever goes right.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I don't like this place at all. This is a good spot. Let's stop here. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here of...
We could make camp here, if you were so inclined, Arisen.
A chance to recover our strength would be most welcome.
I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night. I can scarce keep my eyes open.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle.
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
Can anyone hear me?
Norbert, are you hurt?
I shan't allow any further harm.
Easy then.
I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, 'twas a near thing.
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me.
'Tis our duty to protect our charge from harm. be defeated in hasty retreat.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm coming, Master!
You must remain.
shall fall.
From under it and strike where it recovers.
Together, I think we can manage it.
It!
It is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
It would seem the creature was carrying something.
slightest sound.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. No! The Arisen has been poisoned! Another battle, with nary a moment to breathe. We must try to find a moment to gather our strength.
Oh, well spotted. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
You'll not live to regret this!
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank now. What might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Battle is best avoided here.
The Arisen has been drenched. Prepare yourself. Well done, Master. You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. The walls are too... I shall fly to your aid, Master.
Gran, I want to learn magic, please.
This again, child. You know full there are plenty of things more deserving of your interest.
Why must you always take Father's side?
What am I to do? Would that I could allow her to do as she pleases, but...
Why won't they let me...
Would that I could allow her to do as she pleases, but...
I'll go and open the chest.
What is it? 'Tis dreadful dull round here. All I want is to study magic, but Gran refuses. If only I had a grimoire or two, then I could study on my own. If you find any grimoires, would you bring them to me? You needn't seek them out. Any you happen to find will do. Still, I'll write up a list of the tomes I'd most like, so you know which ones to keep an eye out for. There. All done. Mayhap I was a little overeager, but you needn't bring them all. Just 2 or 3 would be swell. Though I would be... Oh, and... Gran is like to confiscate the grimoires should she espy them.
So, we are to scour for the grimoires on Miss Tricia's list.
Have you brought me a grimoire, sir?
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Shall we set it rolling?
Tricia's been rather...
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
That's quite the drop.
Take care not to fall.
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
The sun has yet to set. We could rest here now or press on a while longer. I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
Sunset draws near.
We shall have to rely on our other senses, as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Back at last.
Aye, I'm exhausted.
Good on you. You wonder why I don't follow him? When my brother told me he was going to fetch, and I was right. My brother is always... At today's misadventure, we managed to save Norbert. Still, I can't help... So from now on...
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say. Let us proceed to the next location. 'Twould be
That Lady Margaret.
I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows.
I quite agree.
This one's shaking. Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Ingenious! My own master must hear of this tactic.
Now that's a surprise.
This is nothing I cannot endure. Just nodded off for a moment there.
Hold out. Someone's coming.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours sleep?
It's always daunting to venture into the unknown.
Keep stout of heart and clear of mind. What did you do to provoke it? 'Twas most unwise.
Do be mindful of... your surroundings.
Feast your eyes on this! What's most effective?
One of us is being drenched.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
We have found a material.
Where the Saurians? That was superb, Arisen.
All together now. We attack as one.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
It's easily done.
Witness my magic!
will bring us victory here. We ought to withdraw and rethink our approach.
Go on, succeed.
I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Oh, 'twas but a trick of the light.
Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? Treven Mine is but a stone's throw from here. One path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
proceed into the depths. Well done. These creatures can be defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. What's more, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. We have been charged with the felling of
Over here, if you would.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
Pray, follow me. This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Pick up every little thing you find, and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here. Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits. On to the nearest location. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
Understood.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Mind that they do not poison you! Poison is a nonsense.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early... Griffin gets the worm, as they say. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Forgive me for being a burden, Arisen.
Well met, sir. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the...
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Well met, sir. Now here's a welcome sight.
What?
A lonely place, not without its charms. It was a fascinating tale, those soldiers.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the full... Most hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me. The rules at your...
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I'm in fine fettle today.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
What to do?
What am I supposed...
Most impressive, Master.
We can get afford to grow over. Our foe is not yet routed.
Not bad. Bad. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
There's ought to be found there. Let's see.
We ought to take a closer look. The Arisen has been put to sleep.
Do about them.
You would have us press on without delay? By your will, Arisen.
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
Right you are.
Harpies, be on your guard.
Its fierce fire's fury.
Should have quit when I had the chance. I'm grateful to you, Arisen. Come to think of it, different masters favour different pawns.
Well done! Focus your strength, Arisen!
You'll know
It reach it to the ground.
It is certainly worth a try.